Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a reading designed for removing the block. If you don't feel like you have a block in your life, then this reading might not be for you. Maybe put this reading to the side and come back next week. Every week's going to be a new reading for you. But this week, we want to talk about removing the block. Let's grab Tarot of Mystical Moments and we'll get started. Shuffle this up a few times and we're going to talk about removing a block, something that feels like it's getting in your way, something that feels like it prevents you from being your true, authentic, pure self. Let's remove the block for the sign of Aquarius, if there is one. If there's not a block, maybe something in this reading will spark for you, but don't be disappointed if every single reading is not your reading. I just appreciate that you show up, that you tune in, that you are a part of this channel. It is definitely a blessing to me. Let's find out for the sign of Aquarius, first and foremost, what are you afraid of? What does Aquarius fear? Let's find out what is the fear for the sign of Aquarius that might get in their way. What is your fear? What are you afraid of? Aquarius, that fixed air energy that you are. The Ten of Swords, definitely air energy, and this is betrayal. This is people stabbing you in the back. This is lying, cheating, stealing, hurting you, people betraying you. That's what you're afraid of. Why are you stuck? Point blank, why are you stuck? Aquarius, why are you stuck? What's going on that makes you feel that you're stuck? Five of Cups, regret, remorse, victim energy, feeling sorry for yourself maybe, grieving, not being able to get out of the river of tears. The Five of Cups is not recognizing what we have because we're so focused and fixated on what we've lost. This is why we're stuck. How do you unblock yourself? How can you unblock yourself if that's the case? Aquarius. How can Aquarius unblock themselves? The Sun. Here's the deal, Aquarius. Major Arcana for the sign of Leo. Might be dealing with a Leo. Maybe a Leo is going to help you unblock yourself. But ultimately, the Sun shows up to say, the light is out. In order for us to be unblocked, everything has to come out on the table. I have to share my truth. I have to put my facts, figures, logic, feelings, emotions, everything has to be out in the open. When the sun shines, it shines in the broad day. The sun doesn't shine at night, and the sun is light. The sun is energy. The sun is that ball of fire that we all depend on. And the sun is here as how you're going to unblock yourself. That means in an effort to deal with betrayal, that's your fear. To deal with your river of tears, being so fixated on what you've lost and not focusing on what you have. We need to put all of our feelings and our emotions and our truths out on the table so that we can get a good, hard look at it. We can't brush things under the rug anymore. We have to put everything out on the table. The sun, everything has to be revealed. That means good, bad, and ugly. That's the only way we're going to unblock. At the bottom of the deck is the Lovers. The Lovers is a major arcana for the sign of Gemini. It could be dealing with a Gemini, But the Lovers is here to say, Aquarius, you have a choice. You have a choice to make. Are you going to stay in these emotions, being afraid of being betrayed, soaking at the river of tears, just standing? These are tears. Look at, she's up to her thighs in tears. Do you want to be in that? Is that how you want to spend your life? This is why you're blocked. The Lovers is you have a choice. You have a choice. Stay stuck or move on with your life. What's it going to be? I'm going to grab the Wild Reflections tarot cards for clarification. Clarifying for the sign of Aquarius. Let's find out about, first of all, the Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords what Aquarius fears? Knight of Wands. Well, because Knight of Wands is an energy that moves towards their passions. They're flighty. They're a flight risk. They come in for a good time, not a long time. They get what they want from you and they're out the door the next day. They don't stick around. They're non-committal. You're afraid of being betrayed because you've had this kind of experience, a player. You've had someone come in and get what they wanted from you and leave the next day. And it caused you to feel betrayal. And therefore, you're afraid of being betrayed now. You're afraid of people stabbing you in the back, of using you and abusing you and leaving you in the gutter when they're done. Why is the Five of Cups here for the sign of Aquarius? Five of Cups is sinking and soaking at the river of tears. There's good things in your life, but you're focused and you're fixated on what you've lost. Why? Eight of Cups. Very good. You're being blocked because you're in the river of tears and you're just relishing in all of that grief. Now, acknowledging your grief is one thing, but staying stuck there, that's another thing. So clarifying is the Eight of Cups, which says we need to move away from what no longer serves us. We need to walk away from what no longer serves us. We're stuck in the river of tears, but we need to look at that. We need to look at the sun and we need to walk forward towards our future, the sun. This is how we're going to get unblocked. Why is the sun here? For how Aquarius can unblock themselves. Why is the sun here? Five of Wands. The sun is here because you have had to have some egoic kind of battles with people over right and wrong, good and bad, up or down. It's passionate. Everybody brought their passions to the table. But ultimately, like I said, because the sun is here, everything needs to be put out in the open. We can't just dance around the maypoles with each other. Five of Wands is very competitive energy. So there might have been some competition with some people over how you feel or why you feel the way you feel. And in order to get unstuck, the Five of Wands, we need to put down the ego and we need to put out truth with the sun. At the bottom of the deck is the star. You're showing up in your own reading, Aquarius. The star is your power card. The star is Aquarius energy, and it's about healing and transformation and beauty, angelic presence. If you believe in angels, the star is an angelic energy coming down, a little bit of heaven and a little bit of earth, blending the two together. The star energy has an angel that pours water, our emotions and our feelings on the earth. and into the water. So there's a little bit of emotion mixed with a little bit of physicality, and it blends together perfectly to make to heal us. So the star energy is showing up in your reading to heal. Whatever this blockage is, whatever this stuck energy is, healing is here. Let's grab the Priestess of Light for the sign of Aquarius. Priestess of Light. Oracle cards. Just going to get one message for you, Aquarius. The perfect message for the sign of Aquarius. Calming the waters. Peaceful self-regulation. That's freaking beautiful. Calming the waters. Peaceful self-regulation. Man, that's awesome. Very, very good. Taurus, I'm sorry, Aquarius, this is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. Any of your like, follow, subscribe, share, comments, very appreciated, very welcomed. Thank you very much. Please remember, if you're interested in a personal private reading, the details are going to be in the description box below. Thank you again. Be blessed and be well. Namaste.